Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm here to show you something that I just made um today, this morning. Um Something that works up really quick and easy. And I found this pattern on searching the internet. Um Not YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or anything. I was just on the internet, um on I use Chrome as my browser, and I was just kind of just looking around, and I decided to do a search on granny squares. And I was wanting to kind of look and see, as far as, because I can remember, because what I was trying to do was look back at some vintage photos and stuff of some pictures. And because I remember when I was growing up, I grew up, I was born in 65. I was raised in the 70s. I can remember sitting in the bathroom in my house, my grandma's house, my aunt's house, uh, over the tissue box, the rectangle tissue boxes, um, over a roll of toilet paper, um, these crocheted like covers, and the roll of paper. There was a doll, and I can even remember pillows that were made, and in the center of the pillow um, was a doll. And so I was just looking back and everything, just kind of reminiscing and just wanting to see some of those old pictures of some of that stuff. And I came across this 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 idea of doing a granny levy for stuffed animals. And this person, she does it um for the Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes. Um so so I'm like, oh, okay. So I went ahead and I clicked on it and looked at it, and I'm like, oh, that is a neat idea. And this is for because she's part of this thing that does, like I said, Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes for 2 to 4 year old children. And so she said, hey, this would be neat to do a levy and include a stuffed animal as well. So this is it. The website is called simplyshoeboxes.com. And I'll include a link down in the description box below. And they've got so much different things and stuff on there, all different crocheted items and all different stuff that is really, really neat to do and make. And she also and everything explains and everything that and she explains and everything that she's seen dozens of patterns online um that includes the crochet animal head, but she has physical limitations, so crocheting those causes her pain, but she was drawn to them just the same. So her solution was to design a lovey that you can attach to the stuffed animal that she already had stockpiled for her shoeboxes. So so and in this pattern stuff, she includes a link to the stuffed animals that she uses, and she uh says here and stuff that she uh wants to design new patterns um than to follow a published pattern, so that she will be designing more other patterns. Um, and so she came up with this. So this is basically what it looks like. So she's just showing here that you can use two colors, a solid color. You can just do it however you want. You can even use ombre. Excuse me, guys. That's what happens and stuff when I start talking a lot. Excuse me. Um, so you can make it however you want as far as the colors, um, vary the colors, and stuff like that. But she does say in here that the design and instructions copyright Simply Shoeboxes. So she did copyright this pattern. So I can't really show you the instructions, but I can show you what mine looks like once I'm done. Um, so basically, she uses a medium weight for yarn. She used a J hook, which is a 6 millimeter, because she crochets loosely. She says you need a yarn needle and a hair elastic. And the hair elastic are the hair ties. Now I had some right here. Now where did I put them? Oh, here they are. And She also tells you hair elastic, the kind used for ponytails. And she also tells you here that you can get them at Dollar Tree. They sell packs of 30. And if you use the thinner ones, she suggests that you use two. Well, these are the ones that I got, and they are, I guess you could say these are thin ones. So I could have went ahead and used two. I only did one because I just wanted to work it up to see how it actually um worked up and how it came out. So the next one I make, I might use two. These here doesn't have that metal clasp, which doesn't make a difference because when she shows you, and she pretty much shows you step by step. But when she um, goes through the instruction, and you can see the one that she uses in the pictures when she goes through the instructions, um, you could tell that the one that she used um has the the clasps, the metal piece there. And then she tells you here the gauge. There's not really a gauge, but she does give you a dimension um as far as the sizing. And then her final levy is 13 inches square, which that's what I made mine, was 13 inches. But I ended up with to get it to 13 inches, I did more rows than what see, that's the excuse me, that's the type of tie, excuse me, that she used in this uh instructions. But I got the ones without this, so it doesn't really matter. Um, and then she goes through and she gives you a picture and kind of tells you, and then she even tells you an added safety measure. So if there's um, like once the levy is on the stuffed animal, and if you don't want the child, if you're giving it to a child, if you don't want the child to be able to get their finger between the the elastic and the animal, stuffed animal, and be able to get their finger twisted in there, then she gives you instructions on how to um, avoid that stuff. So, and then here's this, and she also mentions the stuff that they have several more crochet pattern designs, especially for kids, as well as sewn, upcycled, and no sew tutorials on their crafting for Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes. And you can also learn how to donate extra handcrafted items as fillers um, for that. So But I'll go ahead and here's a picture of um, one of the boxes. So like I will put the website in the description box below. But something else that I found out too in my research um, is that as far as on uh, granny squares, I found here that the earliest known example of a traditional granny square designed by a Miss Phelps was published in the April 5th, 1885 edition of the Prairie Farmer. She wrote, I have been trying a new crochet pattern for an Afghan, which is the principle of the crazy work so popular now. It is made in stripes of the desired length and width of the blocks, which I have brought, forming the width. And and it's referring to this figure here, which is the crazy Afghan. The long strips are crocheted together with a double chain stitch, which is twisted of any two desired colors. The small blocks can be sewn or drawn together so as to make a perfect square. This joining being done on the wrong side, the idea is to have the blocks appear as one straight strip. Use Germantown wool, the colors of the block being bright and varied to one's taste, but the outer edge of each is black. So, and the crazy work she refers to is crazy quilting, which was popular trend at the time. During this era, it was traditional for women to use black ribbon on the borders between crazy quilt squares, much like the black borders of a traditional granny square. And I was trying to just out of curiosity and just to learn more about different things um, because now that I'm really getting into my crocheting and stuff, I like to find out um, the history of uh, of things. Um, there was some place that I had seen on when I was doing my research here. Okay, here it says Granny Square started back in 1891 in the art of crocheting as an engraving that made its first publishing in 1897. Um, who invented granny squares? Phelps created her original granny square pattern in 1885. It's a truly unique spin on a traditional pattern. And and granny squares are often used to create a variety of items, including blankets, scarves, and bags. It gets its name from its association with the traditional granny or grandmother who would often crochet these squares from scraps to use as blankets or other household items. So, yeah. So, the granny square has been around since the 1880s. Um, so, um, yeah. So, so there are so many different types of granny squares, um, but the original granny square, um, was by Mrs. Phelps. That is the first recorded mention of, a crochet technique similar to the modern day granny square. So, as far as being recorded, was in the 1880s. So, so I mean, I was I was amazed and stuff when I saw that, and I'm like, wow. And then, and actually and stuff, it could even go back even farther than that. Um, who knows? That's the um written recording of the Granny Square. So, yeah, so I thought that was so so interesting to find out, and that's what I like to do is to look up and find out different things and find out exactly, well, where did this actually came from? How did this become a thing and stuff? But here is mine, and like I said, it is from side to side, edge to edge. It's 13 inches. This is the middle, and I'm going to show you and stuff. Here's my teddy bear, and I'm going to go ahead and use this to kind of help hold up the teddy bear. And basically, you just take it and then Just stretch the band down over its head, and there you go. And now you have the lovey and the stuffed animal. And you can make this, if you have one that is a little bit fuller, bigger, then you can make it um, as big as you need. Or if you want have one that's a little bit smaller, then you can make it smaller. There you go. So there is my lovey, my granny square crocheted onto one of these headbands that I found on via a website. And it was so easy to do. And then to also find out more information about the granny square, the granny stitch, and the history, and to kind of go down memory lane as far as the tissue covers and the toilet paper roll dolls and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are inspired to just go out there and just say, hey, where did this originate from? Where did this stitch start, or where did this particular thing originate from? Crocheting in general, or a particular style of crocheting, or whatever it may be, whatever type of craft, or doesn't necessarily have to be crocheting. It could be in knitting. It could be whatever. Knowledge is power, people. Knowledge is power. And I like to do my own research and find out things myself. I do reading. I like to read. I like to find out things um and learn things um because, like I said, knowledge is power. And and not everything that someone else might tell you might not be the full story. um it might be what they believe, might be what they feel, but I like to find out things on my own. um and I like to watch people and find out about people and different things, and see things for my own self. um so don't yeah, other people might say, hey, this or that or whatever. Go, okay, and then go do your own research. And just for your own self. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, thank you for joining me and allowing me to show this to you. Um, this FO that I did in just one day, literally just a few hours. Because I didn't do it all, kept doing it all. I kept taking little breaks, doing other little things. Um, so yeah, thank you for being here. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video or on my live Thursday nights, 4 p.m., 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. Take care. Love one another. But most importantly, love yourself. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.